And so we've made our way to an overcast Belle Reeve. The South Africans have left our shore and the Sri Lankans have arrived. And all the talk here at Blundstone Arena is about the wicket.
I think it looks really good at this stage. I'd like some sunshine today. It's a little bit tacky at this stage, but I think it's going to be a really good wicket, especially for the first 3 days. I think our first innings is going to be crucial when we bat, whether we bat first or bat second. I think first innings is going to be crucial.
It could be very tough for the batsmen. It's the last 10 innings here, Sheffield Shield innings, 5 of them below 150 runs.
Yeah, it's. I think the wicket looks a little bit better than what the guys have played on in Shield cricket, speaking of the guys that have been down here playing. But again, the start of a test match, that first session with a new ball in conditions, I think the forecast a few showers around as well, it's always going to be tough. So, that's an area we've been working really hard on in the nets. And I guess the positive with, our top 4 now is we've got 4 guys that have opened the batting for Australia. So if the ball is moving around, those guys are accustomed to that and used to it.
You had a pretty intense chat with the 3. They're really young boys, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, the top 3. And look, it wasn't intense. It was more about them backing themselves and having the courage to play their way. They're Ed Cowan, Dave Warner, Phillip Hughes. Yes, they're all left-handed, but they're all very different players in their own right. So it was more just about encouraging them to have the freedom to play their way.
Can I compliment you on the way you handled that question about Dave Warner getting out? Because I love the way you defended him. It was lovely to watch.
Well, I think it's true. I think on one hand, Davey Warner plays certain shots and everyone stands and applauds, and then when he gets out, everyone's saying, "Oh, what sort of a shot was that?" I think you got to take the good with the bad because he's a match winner. He's an X factor, and I'll only be trying to encourage him to play his natural game. Like all of us though, shot selection is really important, and there's a time and a place where sometimes you can go harder and sometimes you've got to pull the reins in a little bit. But he's learning that. I think his performances over his test career so far have been really good. I think he's averaging 40 as a test opener, or over 40 as a test opener, 3 test hundreds. So, he's getting better every single day, and already I think he's a very good and a wonderful talented player.
I don't know if I should read too much into it, but this morning all the batsmen were in the nets going through their paces. The bowlers all went for a walk to get a coffee.
Well, I'm not sure they went to get it. They might have ended with a coffee, but they had a recovery session. So they were down at the beach. They've trained really hard the last 2 days, and today was about making sure they recover as well as they can leading up to tomorrow.
Yeah. Looking back on the series with South Africa, do you focus more on the positives or the negatives?
Well, as of 3 days ago, I haven't looked back. I'm looking forward. I spent, 4 days after the Test match really looking at where the team did really well, and then areas where I think we could improve. And Mickey and I brought that to the table once we got to Hobart, and then over the last 3 days, it's been 100% focus on the Sri Lankan team. Their experience, how good a team they are, the individual players they have, and looking forward. But no doubt, I think there's areas that for us to get back to being the team we want to be, we need to improve on how we went against South Africa. All the boys know that, and that's our goal.